The 2015 Telstra Northern Territory Businesswoman of the Year Award winner is Mary Linnell, Easy Glass Services.
Good evening. My name is Mary, and I just have to say I'm having a really positive experience here. I hope this rings true for everyone here tonight. It's my understanding that the Telstra Business Women's Awards are celebrating their 21st year. That is 21 years of lifting women and highlighting some of the glorious people who make up our society. They have found a way to foster within the offices and workplaces of our community to find gems of rare quality. The team at Telstra Business Women's Awards have found a way to encourage us to lift our eyes from our screens, to wash the soil from our hands, to look ourselves in our mirrors and acknowledge our greatness. Well done, Telstra. Well done. This, in and of itself, is an incredible feat, for women these days are busy people. We continue to make inroads into areas we dared not go in previous generations. We continue to dream wild dreams and shape them like clay into realities. We continue to do battle for the rights of women and children, and we continue to redefine the futures of our progeny by changing the minds and the circumstances of our peers. We are modern-day pilgrims paving the way forward. But we are busy people. We are tasked with finding time for haircuts, manicures, pedicures, and wax jobs. We must master the skills of dating, mating, divorcing, and explaining. We're expected to breed them, feed them, raise them, praise them, hold them, scold them, teach them and preach them, guide them towards independence, and yet cry when they reach for it. We must prioritize between board meetings, parent-teacher meetings, toolbox meetings, client meetings, chance meetings, and the strategic avoidance of meetings. As well, we have to be internet savvy. Somehow we must master the art of downloading, uploading, websiting, Facebooking, Skyping, Instagramming, linking in, firewalling, and digital marketing. We must be both cyber smart and cyber safe. On top of, and as well as that, ladies, you know what I'm going to say, we must make time for ourselves. Oh yes, we must swim, cycle, and jog. We must rest, read, relax, and stretch. We must meditate, we must hibernate, we must educate, we must assimilate, and we must infiltrate. We must stretch it, flex it, bend it, and lift it. Yoga, Pilates, Zumba, treadmill, we must lift the spine so we can open the mind. And we must make it look easy. I've been told, and not just once, that you have to have balls to be in business. Well, I've got so many balls, I often drift away to Perhaps in our spare time, we should create an affiliation called the National Jugglers Association of Australia for women with balls. And we'll show them a real circus. But this brings me to the crux of the issue, to the grain of sand that makes the pearl, to the single thing that gathers us here tonight. Aside from the many things that fill our lives, for each of us, we have at least one thing in common. As we look around the room and wonder what challenges we face and what common ground we walk upon, we can quietly, confidently know that we are bound by this one thing. Somehow, through all the demands we meet and all the chaos we encounter, with more people to please than the average cheerleading squad, and more deadlines to meet than a Wall Street stockbroker, each and every one of us here tonight make the time for this one single thing. It is the relentless pursuit of excellence. Ce soir, c'est la raison d'être. Tonight, it is the reason to be. These 5 words can readily be used to describe the common activity. Yes, we all make time for the unceasingly striving to gain greatness, however we define that. The Northern Territory is well known as one of the few remaining wild frontiers in the world. We are a well-kept secret, nearly utopian, and a jewel in the crown that is Australia. The women in this part of the world are very much like the landscape itself. We are wild and inviting. We are delicate yet resilient. We are historically relevant, and we are on the cutting edge of defining our future. The women of the territory are a naturally occurring, deep resource whose vastness is immeasurable and is still being explored. We are holistic, steadfast and true, and we are standing the test of time. The women of the territory are a colorful collection of history and experience. It could be said that we each represent a tile that creates a mosaic which shares a common bond and tells a common story. And although each of us represents an individual, colorful piece of glass, we tell a better story and we share a greater power when we are viewed as an amalgamation, a greater work of art. For me personally, to be noticed for making an impact, however large or small, to be recognized as a standout amongst a cross-section of such intelligent, talented, hardworking, visionary women, to be awarded the 2015 Telstra Business Women's Award for the Northern Territory is not something I take lightly. It's a new beginning on a powerful journey. Who knows where it will lead? I'd like to say that I am honored and humbled to stand here this evening, and I commit to do my very best to represent each one of us here tonight. Sorry. So now I'll thank Telstra and their sponsors and partners of the award, the Commonwealth Bank and News Corp Australia. I'll thank my mother, who reminded me of the importance of a 2-word hyphenated adjective and proofread my submission to within an inch of its life. I'll thank my 4 wonderful children who stand by me each and every day. I'll thank my mentors and my friends who make my life whole and fill my heart, and occasionally my cup. And I'll thank the goddesses for being my greater power. These are the people who challenge me to do my best, who support me along this journey, and who believe in me and all that I am. I'd like to draw attention to a few words, and I encourage everyone to internalize them and define them for yourselves. Passion, tenacity, symbiosis, abundance, blessing, and gratitude. May we each be blessed with a safe journey. Thank you.